Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another Rush Racing stream brought to you by AI369. I am the host, Dynasty Sparrow, and I'm with someone different on the comms box today. Well, for me, in with Matif. How you going, mate?
Not bad, not bad. Yourself?
Not bad, mate. Looking forward to this race. Unfortunately, I crashed out in Div 4, so I didn't have a great time, but I hope it's a better result for the Mercedes tonight and for the whole of the grid.
Yeah, it's a bit of a tricky track to get right. It's very easy to spin, as you've found out. Um, but yeah, hopefully we won't see too many incidents, and looking forward to a clean race.
Yeah, hoping for a clean race. As I said, I normally don't do Div 5, so I've had to substitute in. So it's going to be a very interesting watch because normally I am engineering, obviously the Div 5 boys in the Mercedes. But yeah, it's going to be a really good race here to watch and see what the tyre strategy is for everyone and who gets it right and who gets it wrong.
Yeah. Speaking of, what do you think the tyre strat's going to be like today?
Um, Going by my race, it was uh, like the softs burnt way too easily, way too easily. So I would be predicting a med to hard or a hard to medium. Uh, it's hard because you can go hards at the start, but then you'd have to force yourself to go the long distance because the tire wear here is insane. We could see a potential two stopper, but I highly doubt it. Um, I think it's your best option would be the mediums to hards because the undercut also is pretty powerful. But
Yeah,
you are then sacrificing tire wear to the end. So it, yeah, as we saw in Div 2, it's not always about the undercut that gets you the wins. So
undercut definitely is quite strong here, as we've got Dante Eminem starting his lap now, coming through turn one. He doesn't take that, it doesn't clobber it. Burning all of his battery up through sector one now. Coming up to the hairpin. This can be tricky to get right. We've seen some crashes here during the race. And it looks like he gets it done nicely. Opening DRS now. He's burnt a lot of battery though, Dynasty.
yeah, he has. So he's pretty much halfway on his depletion, even though he's got 20%. That green bar is what you want to be analyzing it from. So as soon as that runs down and goes to deploy use, you are in trouble.
This is burning what little battery has got left. Down this straight after the chicane, up to this long sweeping left. Can be very tricky to get right. Here's looks like a little bit of a squirrely moment. Down to 15% battery now. If we've got a medium here, he still keeps it in hot lap. Looks all right through there. You can go to fourth. He sticks it in third. He's still got quite a bit of battery. He might burn some down here. Very easy to spin here as well.
Yeah. So
Coming
still be
through the
around.
final corner,
This will be
burning
in the
all of it up to the
24s.
line.
Be 24.468.
24.468. It's not a bad lap.
Yeah, it is. It's it's pretty interesting though. Um, a lot of people are out early, which I don't think is the right call. As we had Crone Dog just join back, so hopefully he can take control of that car. I'd hate to see him not be able to set a lap because unfortunately, this game is terrible with the take control glitch. But yeah, a lot of people are on laps, which I personally don't think that's the right call. You'd have to burn an extra set at the end of qualifying, but I think you'd have to wait till the track ramps up to start setting laps. As Cross Eyes went a 23.891, and Sick Party, who's reserving up from Div 6 with a 24. A brilliant effort from him as we have yellows in the first sector. That's Cross Eyes getting out the way of the two kicks.
Getting nicely out of the way there, it looks like.
Yep,
Um,
China's on his lap as well.
I'm not too sure if you got this on your stream, but at the start of Q1, it looks like Dante Eminem was breaking some of the brake marker boards up to
Yeah,
the chicane.
it did look like that. So we'll have to.
for that
Probably,
investigation.
yeah, because they're now actually not there anymore. So I think they were
Yeah.
broken, which is not allowed under any circumstance. So unfortunately, we have seen it this weekend, and it more than likely be penned because it is in the rulebook. So that will be noted, as it was caught on stream as well. And it does impact a fair bit of the qualifying, especially when people are trying to work out their braking zones and whatnot.
Yeah, especially with people with no line, it can be pretty tricky to get right. As I'll just put that in.
Yeah, so we've got a lot of reserves in tonight. A lot of people reserving up from Div 6. One of them being Edge, another one being Coop on Sticks, another one being China. Mud Pack, I believe, is not. He's actually just
Oh,
retired. I think he's got a quali ban, actually, if I'm not mistaken.
I can
But
get that checked.
China puts it pole. We've also got
Yeah,
Faded Menace, who is reserving up, I believe, for the Williams, as well as Sick Party. So there is a lot of reserves in tonight. Unfortunately, the likes of the main drivers are not to be seen tonight, which is unfortunate.
we've got some massive names out. We've got Tudor. He is not able to race tonight. We also got Entity Chef, Vettel, Swift, and Lord Darth Taylor, and JJ Gamer. All of them haven't. All of them can't race. So yeah, some big names not racing tonight.
Yeah, just confirming as well that was a quali ban for Mudpack, so he served it, which is brilliant. Good to see. Min May's on his lap, so we'll stay on board with him, see what he can get. As we see, both of the McLarens are out on the outlap, so that means Crone has taken control of his car, which is good. Hope he got to choose a setup though. That would be the most painful thing here, as Min May's
Yeah.
getting a big toe from his teammate in China. So China's put it up top. So 23.8. What are you thinking is going to be the safe cutoff time here for Q1?
Um, I think it'll be pretty tough because, as you were saying, it is very early to go for a lap. This man's coming across the line now, goes seventh.
Yeah, he would have been much
So
faster. He got all the way to deploy use, which is a very bad thing heading into the final two corners, which cost you a fair bit of time. So that could have easily been pole at this current stage, but unfortunately, yeah, he's lost out there. But yeah, so what do you think the overall cutoff time will be to the to miss out on Q2?
um, I think at the moment, I think it'll be around the 24s. Um, it's it is very hard to say. I think a lot of these drivers haven't had a good lap, so there might be some time to improve. But at this stage, I'm going to say around the 24s.
Yeah, yeah, I think the high 24s. I think we'll see you miss out on Q2. So probably the 24.8. So pretty much where Kodo is. I believe if you're below that, you are looking to be the first ones eliminated from Q1. But there's only going to be 4 drivers that miss out because Mudpack has got a quali ban, as SJ puts it up the top. So that would probably be a safe lap for him. To probably call it a day on them. So we still got a couple people in the pits. We've got Tyler, Edge, and Banglabar in the pits waiting for that track to ramp up a lot. And we've got Bucking Bronco, who is on his lap. So some people are choosing the medium tyres here for Q1. So that means you're burning an extra pair of mediums, and you're hoping that there's no late safety car during the race to put mediums back on, because they will be a U set.
Yeah, the mediums they work a lot better than the softs. I think the softs are about 10% a lap, so you might as well just use them all up in quali and don't bother saving them. As I think Krondog has just gone second fastest,
He certainly
two one
has.
thousandths of a second behind his teammate of SJ.
He certainly has. And Bucking Bronco is coming around the last corner. He's going to put it really in the 24s, the 24.1. And that's on mediums, so he's got a lot more pace in that car. We'll go on board with Damino now. Oh, actually, no, we'll finish up the lap with Quicksilver Deck, who is aka Jeebus. He is reserving for the Alpine tonight. We'll see where he'll go.
I think his teammate XF Kodo was trying to give him a tow, but Quicksilver Deck was on his outlap. So if that was a lap, it would have been a good one. But unfortunately, it's only his outlap and it would not count. So now he's without a tow. Do you think we'll see a couple drivers with a tow here, Dynasty?
Um, yes and
Oh, he's
no. Oh,
invalid.
he just invalidated. Yes and no. You can get it horribly wrong if you're way too close. In all honesty, it may happen down the back straight there in sector two, and heading out of sector one into sector two. But I think, to be honest, we probably won't see many toes this early. It'll probably be heading into the Q2 and Q3 where we'll start seeing toes if the teams are in. Oh, and Damino has a big snap of oversteer and pulls off to the side. Let's see Aston Martin pass. That is his lap done and dusted, so he will more than likely be coming into the pits. Yes, he is. As Quicksilver is not on a lap. Faded Menace is not on a lap. Drift is not on a lap. Sick Party was on a lap, but he's pulled into the box. I think if you're the likes of, I would say Dante Eminem, that's probably safe, being that there's still 3 people in the 25s and 24.8s. One person who's got a quali ban, and unfortunately the other one who hasn't set a time yet, Quicksilver Deck, who invalidated, so he's coming into the box and he'll hopefully get back out for one more lap, depending if he's got the tyres. Because I know the worn tyres here with are terrible. Like, you cannot improve on a fast lap with worn tyres.
Yeah, you might be able to do maybe one lap extra, but if there's no promises, it can be very tricky to get right.
And
Um,
Quicksilver's actually going for a lap now, so he's on 3 lap old mediums. I know it says 0, but he hasn't pit yet, so it's going to be interesting to see where he finishes. Edge is on his lap, and so is Tyler. Banglabar's just came out the pits. Tyler has invalidated, so he's put it into none. He'll be going again.
yeah, I think Minmay had a bit of a moment as well. I don't know if he got caught up in that. He was on a lap, but now he's in none as well. So I hope one of the Mercedes drivers hasn't gotten in the way of one of my kicks. But
Yeah, well,
yeah,
unfortunately we weren't on board, so we'll have to wait and see if it maybe is in the reports later on. So Edge is coming around at the final
oh look at Minmay.
sector. Minmay gets out the way brilliantly. Moves to the side, lets him pass. Edge keeping it in the track. Only just. He needs to get this last corner correct. He does. He comes down this straight. It'll be in the 24s. It'll be a 24-1.
I don't think that'll be safe.
So Minmay's in the
Um,
box. Tyler's setting his lap, so we'll start on board with Tyler. I know we'll go on board with Banglabar as he's setting his lap. You don't think a 124, 158 will be safe?
I
As
feel like
Quicksilver set to 127.3.
yeah, I feel like TMT, Minmay, Dante, they can definitely go quicker. The drivers below that, I think they might have just made a couple mistakes. I think they can go quicker as well. So not
Damino
too
heading
sure as
about,
Damino's
yeah,
retired.
124, 140. So he's looking at the times now and thinking, yep, there's one out, there's 4 people, one being Quicksilver who's just finished his lap, so I doubt he'll be able to get all the way around and box and come out again. As unfortunately the time runs out pretty quickly here. Banglabar coming around the final turn. This will be in the 23s. It'll be a
Ooh,
23.426.
he'll be safe.
Yeah,
Um,
that'll 100%
good
be
lap
safe.
from Banglabar. I've
Tyler
just
is
seen that
finishing
Tyler
his. Oh, he
has
almost
gone purple in
invalidates.
sector 2.
he almost invalidates, but he comes around. This will be again in the 23s, 24s. It'll be 23.812, so that would be safe as well. Edge is going for another lap, so he's put enough fuel in that car to go for a back-to-back. So that's good for him. Quicksilver is on his lap, but he's out of fuel, so he cannot improve. And he will be probably out of qualifying with 2 minutes ago, I think that was. SJ is now retired as well.
Edge is going to get a lovely slipstream here down the back straight from his teammate Tyler. Tyler's safe, so he might as well just burn it all.
Yep, he
He
gets out
gets
the way.
Mossy out of the way. So does Tyler. No brake boards to worry about there, so you don't have to
Luckily
stay
they're
clear of
already
them.
broken.
Oh, Edge had a bit of a moment on the exit there. I think he is driving on wheel tonight, so
Dog calls it
that might explain
a day
a
on
couple of the
those.
mistakes.
Yeah, so there you have it. He's not improving on those older tyres. I think they're not as good the second time around, unfortunately, or the third time around. Banglabar retires, so he has called it day in the pits.
Ooh. Edge gets very close to invalidating.
Yeah,
Wow.
doesn't look like he's improving anyway, but we'll wait and see. 21, 22,
Excuse all of his
23,
deploy.
24, nah. So he doesn't improve, but that will be his qualifying done. TMT
Quicksilver
is on
Deck
his
is
lap.
also... Quicksilver Deck's going out of the pits now. He won't have enough time to make it around, so I hope he doesn't get in anyone's way.
Faded Menace is coming around. It will be a 24.969. He's out of fuel though, so I don't think he'll be able to improve. The next one is not TMT. It'd be XF Kodo. Can XF Kodo improve? He's getting a massive tow here from the car in front. It'll be in the 24s. It will be a 24.311. He does improve. Pushes Minmay down. Pushes Dante Eminem down and out. So can they both improve and get their cars up there? Sick Party retires. So stay on board with Minmay and see what he
It's
does.
about 2/10 up. He got a little bit of a tow. It looks like China's gone deep, but I think he was just trying to give him a bit of a slipstream because he should be safe. We'll see where he goes. He's burning a lot of battery again. Coming up to sector 3 now. He's still a 10th up, so he lost a bit of time in that chicane. So I hope he can make it back in this last sector. He's got quite a bit of deploy, but not too much battery to use.
Yeah, so it's that green bar is getting smaller and smaller, even though it's in 30% battery. As soon as you get to deploy use, this is where he lost a lot of time, this section here. So this is where it reached deploy use, as it did again. Way too early, which will cost him a lot of time, but will it be enough to put him up? It will. 23.8. He does improve. He pushes everyone down one spot. Can Dante Eminem be the next one to improve out of the drop zone? He's coming around the last
Coupon
corner.
6 is out. Coupon 6 is
It'll be a
invalidated.
24.067. TMT and Vader Menace is out as well. XF Kodo is out. TMT is the only one who can improve, but I don't think he has to worry because all of the rest are not improving.
Yeah, he'll be through. So will Edge, just barely. I think he's going... Oh, he was 7/10 down, so lucky. But TMT and Edge, getting very lucky there.
Yeah, certainly are. It's yeah, very close for TMT there. Unfortunately, XF Coda just didn't have the last lap that he would have wanted. Minmay, I think, has a lot more pace in him. He ran out of battery again before the last turn, coming into the second to last turn. So I think if he doesn't run out of battery, he would easily be in probably the 23.6s, because that does hold you up a fair bit of time.
Yeah, I think on that lap, he made 2 or 3 tenths in that last sector. So, there's definitely more time to find there.
Yeah, 100%. But there you have it. So you have Banglabar in P1, Drift in P2, Matty AU P3, Z Governor in P4, Dog P5, Thailand in P6, Minmay P7, China P8, Crossroads P9, Bucking Bronco in P10. It's good good to see Cross Eyes back. Sick Party P11, Dante Eminem P12, Damino P13, Edge P14, TMT Legend P15. And unfortunately, our ones that are out are Kodo, Baited Menace, Coupon Sticks, Quicksilver Deck, and Mudpack with his Quali Ban.
I can get them in for an interview if you would like.
Yeah, if you could. Let's see if... What are we expecting? Are we expecting a all the way dry throughout the whole time tonight?
I'd assume so. In the middle of Abu Dhabi in the desert, I believe.
And I have seen it rain, so
Wow.
yeah, you have a very, very, very slim chance of it happening, but it can happen.
Definitely can. Same with Vegas. That's in the middle of the Nevada desert and it still rains a lot. So, in the game, I don't think the same for real life, but it's the game.
I think they have like a period there where it is their wet season in a sense. How wet, don't know, but pretty sure Qatar is the same thing. So.
Yeah, Qatar. I've never seen a rain there.
I had rain in the qualifying once, and that was absolutely terrible. As we see a lot of people coming
Can't
on early
imagine.
on their laps.
I'm just trying to get Faded Menace's Discord.
So I was just making sure that
He doesn't have the roles. If you could give it to him, I think he doesn't have roles to the Div 5 chat.
Oh, that's right. I'll tag him in Div 6. You tag the rest, and we're good to go.
Yep.
But while we wait for these boys to jump in, we've got a couple people on our lap, so we'll stay on board with Cross Eyes because we haven't been on board with him today. We'll watch him set a lap.
Could you just tag Coupon Sticks as well if you can, please?
Right, so that's done. Just have to wait for them to join, and then we'll be good to go.
All right. As we've got Coupon Sticks in the comms box. You want to take it away, Dynasty?
Yeah, certainly can. Coop, are you there, mate?
Yeah, I'm here.
Welcome, mate. An unfortunate result, obviously, in qualifying here, but obviously you are reserving up, so you're just getting obviously some more practice in for tomorrow night's race. How's your confidence going into the race? Are you confident you'll try and get to points, or are you just trying to get as much practice as you can to maybe not push points tonight, but maybe put yourself in a really good position tomorrow night? Or what's the strategy for you tonight?
I mean, I wouldn't mind scoring a couple points tonight, at least 15 at minimum. I want to score tonight, so 1 point at least for the team. But yeah, I do want to get some practice in ready for tomorrow night to put me in a better position.
Yeah, that's always a good idea, but yeah, I wish you the best of luck, and as always, try to keep it clean and keep it tidy. And I'll see if Edge has any questions for you, mate.
Not Edge.
Whiff.
Yeah. G'day, Coop.
G'day.
Yeah, as Dynasty was saying before, I believe Div 6 driving in Div 5 tonight. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you think that this would be quite a bit of practice for you, and you're just doing it for that, or what's the end goal here?
I mean, like I said before, it'll be practice for me, put me in a good position for tomorrow. But I mean, scoring points would be good for the team as well at the same time.
Yeah. It is very easy to overtake people here and make your way through the field. So, best of luck for that, man. And
Thank you.
Good luck in the race.
Thank you.
All right, that was Coop. So we have XF Kodo, aka CSW Racing. I will let you take it away with.
G'day, XF Coda.
G'day.
What happened in quali there? I saw you were sort of far down. Did you maybe make a bit of a mistake, or what happened?
Well, yeah. Coming through one of the corners, I just had a little bit of a slide, which put me down some tenths.
Yeah, it's, as I was saying at the start of the stream, it's a very tricky track to get right. As Dynasty had in Division 4, he had a couple slips and he managed to crash out. So, yeah, it's it's a very very easy to make those mistakes here, and yeah, just try and keep it clean for the race, mate.
Yeah.
And I'll pass you over to Dynasty if he has any questions.
Welcome to the comms box, mate. Surprised to probably see you out in Q1. I think you're normally pretty quick. So walk us through the strategy tonight. Are you confident with it? Are you going to maybe change it up being that you're near the back? Or are you just going to stick to the same strategy and hope for the best?
Yeah, I'll just stick to the same strategy and hope for the best. At least score some points.
Yeah, it's always good, mate. I wish you the best of luck, mate, and I'll let you get back to your team. And yeah, good luck with tonight's race.
Thank you.
All right. I don't know if we're going to get anyone else, so that will probably be it for the interviews.
I think that is about it.
As China is on a lap, Minmay has invalidated, so we'll watch China complete his lap. As we saw, Crondog put it up to P1 with a 1:23.540.
It's not a bad lap at all. I did see an Aston in the middle of the track there, coming up to the up towards the chicane, and the track does come in there. So I'm not too sure if they're in the way of the kicks, but I'm sure they'll report that if there was anything bad going on there.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people would. As we see, Banger Buff completes his lap, Bucking Bronco starts his lap.
Also got Mima starting his lap.
Oh, he's going again?
Oh,
yep, he is too. So go on board,
he mounted that curb, and it's very dangerous. Very easy to spin there.
Oh, yep.
I'm going to bring it up every couple of minutes. But yeah, even in Division 2, I had a couple moments there. So very easy to get wrong.
Yeah, I had more than a couple.
More than a couple. Same with the last corner as well. Very tricky to get right. Mima's burnt a lot of battery again down this straight, coming up to the sweeping left. He's gone purple in Sector 2. I'm not sure if...
Sector 3 that hurts him a lot.
Oh!
That's a big moment.
Very lucky. As we were saying, very easy to get it wrong and have a moment. But yeah, he's using a lot of battery up to that sweeping left. So
I think he might pit here. I reckon he might pit.
Yeah.
No, he's not. He's keep going.
He's still going.
He's going to set it, so it'll be a 25 or 24. Oh, it'll be 25. 25.491. Yep. Go on board, Matty. He's finishing his lap as well.
Lap.
Actually, Tyler's finishing his.
On board Tyler.
Yep, and then Matty AU will be the next. No, Sick Party, sorry. Sick Party, and then Tyler, and then Matty AU. So Sick Party will bring it home in the 23s. It'll be a 23.988.
Whoa.
So good prediction there. Tyler goes pole.
Oh my God, Tyler.
23.9. Matty AU. It's coming around the final two turns. He's still got a little bit of deploy use. It's about to run out though. Getting to the... It's very, very thin line. It's now out. And it'll be a 24-7. Dante Eminem, who we've seen invalidate a lot tonight, he's on his lap, so watch him finish his lap. And we got, is that a kick and an Aston together? Yeah, they're on none.
Yes, it is.
Both on none. So
it is, yeah. They're both on an Eon lap, I believe.
Yeah.
So it's Minmay, he would have to go again.
Dante Eminem running the last corner. This would be in the 25s. It will be 25.078.
So both Red Bulls and both V Cubs will have to go again. Minmo will have to go again. Bucking Bronco. He's been at the top this season. I think he has a lot more pace in that car that he hasn't quite got yet. As he's going... Oh, has he crossed that? I think that's allowed in quali.
How you going, Master Suck? Yeah, it's allowed in quali. As long as you don't skip the track. If you skip the track, you are in trouble. That's a no-no. But we'll see everyone be boxing now. So I think now you'd want to be getting into the 23s to be safe. I think if you're still in the 24s,
Yeah.
you are in a bit of a panic.
Yeah, I think we might see Edge, SJ, and Banglabai, and Bucking Bronco, and even Drift, and
I,
Matty.
I
They're
would,
all
I
names that
would
would be
be,
up there.
I would be surprised to see SJ bomb out of Q2, considering his last season pace here. Of course, he gets the win when he left my team, but we won't talk about that.
Must be the better team then.
Nah, he's always been saying it's his favourite track, so I'd be 100% surprised if we see him bomb out of Q2. That would be a huge, huge out. But yeah, even Matty AU, he's normally got really, really good pace. I think Minmay has a lot more pace in that car. I think he should be going through to Q3. I'm going to say, I think someone here is going to be a huge out of Q3. Well, bombing out of Q2, sorry.
Yeah. My guess, bit of a wild one. The opposite of what you just said, SJ. I think he's going to be out in Q2. There's 3/10 between him and Edge. And I was speaking to him the other day, and he thinks that it is one of his best tracks, but he's been struggling here. So it's kind of hard to say. I hope he gets to Q3, but yeah, I think he has a chance of being out here.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Edge, he's in Division 6. But 24.029, that could be safe, but this track will ramp up and we're going to start to see everyone come out for their laps as Banglabar is the first one out on track, so we need to make sure no one impedes him. So he'll be the first one
Yeah.
to set the lap and his final lap. I would
Also got
expect.
the McLarens coming out.
Yep, so they're going for the toe. Chrome Dog is safe, so I'll be saying he's coming out on his used tyres. He's going to get past SJ. Well, he's actually, sorry, he's past SJ. He's going to give him the toe, the whole lap, and get him up into Q3. But you can give a toe, it can go horribly, horribly wrong if you're too close or if you're too far away. So it's going to have to be timed to perfection. As we see,
Yeah,
Banglabar is going now on his lap.
yes, he is. Obviously, the other Ferrari Mudpack, he had a quali ban, so Bangalbore's going to be without a toe here.
Yep, he's
Which,
improving though already.
yeah, I'd say he put on fresh softs compared to his older softs, I believe, at the start of Q2. It's not been much battery
Yep.
down this straight. It's
So
just in whole lap.
this is exactly what I did. I did not burn at all down this straight. I just burnt out of the corners. I found that there's no really point if you've got the DRS already. You don't really have to open it up as much on the ERS burn. You're better off burning out of corners. You get the more time there, and that's where you find the most time, and that's where you do not run out of battery in this next sector, where we've seen a lot of people have been doing. So it looks like it's going to be a really good lap as he's gone purple sector 2 as well. So this is probably going to push him all the way up into the 23s, but how far into the 23s will be the real question as both the McLarens are on their lap. So SJ is getting that big toe, so we'll go on board with them straight after this. Banglabar coming around the last corner. This will be in the 23s. It will be a 23-1. Sig Party
Whoa.
retires in the pits. That is not safe, I don't think. 23.988. I do not think that's safe with the time we just saw from Banglabar. What does Crone do? Crone will bail out of his lap and let SJ go. The slingshot to get past, but he'll stay behind for that toe again. Maybe trying to improve both of their times at the same time. The SJ is burning and using a lot of overtake here. He's going back to medium. He is
He's
improving
gone
a
purple though.
lot. Yep.
Half a second up.
just now
Um,
doesn't need to invalidate these last couple corners. This is the real big problem if he does.
he would be in a lot of trouble if he does. He takes that nicely, but the line for this corner is going to be
He
shallow.
almost has a slide coming out of that corner. It will be in the 23s or the low 22s. He comes around the last corner.
Oh,
It'll be
very wide.
the high 20. Oh, no, 23.324. And that pushes Crone Dog down. So his Crone Dog safe. Sick Party is out. Edge is in hot lap. He is getting a tow, it looks like, from Tyler in front of him. We'll go down the grid as that is a Haas of Cross Eyes in the final sector, completing his lap. He's got 16% battery. That green bar is still looking pretty healthy. Where will he go? We've seen a lot of pace from this driver, and we've missed him the last couple of weeks. So, be interesting to see what time he can chuck on this. He'll round the last corner. This will be in the 23s. Will it beat the McLarens? It will. It will jump into P3. So, this could go horribly wrong. China invalidates his time.
Oh
We
no.
got that is a Visa Cash App in Damino. Damino 123.669. We have both of the Red Bulls improving. Dante goes up to P11. Not enough. Where does Matty AU put it? Matty AU goes 123.209. Edge coming around. Oh, he goes almost off the track.
Got Mimo across the line now.
Minmay improves up to
P9.
P9. Where does Edge go? Edge will be in the 24s. Not enough. He had
Edge is
a
out.
big snap into the third and final sector.
Got TMT now.
is the only one who can improve and can push China out of Q3. Out of Q2, sorry, again. My mistake. As he comes to the line, he will not be pushing him out.
Oh.
He will improve and go in front of the Mercedes in Edge with 23.989.
Not gonna lie, I got a little bit scared there for the kicks. That was very, very close for everyone there.
Yeah, it certainly was. But yeah, unfortunately, only one Div 6 driver did get through, I think, in the end. Yep, only one, which is China. But other than that, Banglabar P1, Matty AU P2, Zeggovernor P3, Drift P4, Cross Eyes P5, Tyler P6, Corondog P7, Damino P8, Minmay P9, and China in P10. So both kicks, both McLarens are in the fight for the top step, as well as all the rest of the other teams without their pairings. And unfortunately, Bucking Bronco, Sick Party, TMT, Edge, and Dante M&M all out of Q2.
That was, I think, a little bit stressful for everyone involved. Sick Party, I think he just retired too early.
He may not have had enough softs, I think. I think he could have
Yeah.
just ran out of tires, and as I said, you're not improving. You're not improving. You're not improving your time on those used tires.
Yeah, but remember the track does get a lot quicker, so might have been worth trying to go out for a lap, but might just be something to look back at after.
Yeah, it certainly will. As we have some people joining the comms box, so we'll do a lap with Damino this time while we do these interviews. So I'll let you start it off with. We'll go with Bucking Bronco.
Hey guys.
What's going on, mate?
Oh, yeah, not the best.
Yeah, I did see you. I was saying before that you're usually up there, and at this track it looks like you're kind of down towards the bottom. Is that maybe a couple of mistakes or
Yeah,
not
not
your
too
track?
sure. I did a bit of practice and I was a lot quicker than what I did then, so yeah, it just didn't all come together, unfortunately. I've got a bit of a crowd here tonight at my house and they're being very distracting as well, so throw it out there.
Yeah, that might be why. Might want to listen to them, maybe. Nah, but yeah, maybe maybe just a bit of consistency is your weak point, you reckon? Or
Yeah, I don't know. I just I thought my last lap was pretty good. It's just so was everyone else. Like it wasn't really that much. I think there was 2 tenths between 5th and 10th, so
yeah, it was very
pretty
close.
really.
Very, very close.
So I guess I wasn't too far from being top 5. So just have to
Nah.
get out in the race. I don't know if I was going to start mediums. I don't know if I'll switch over to hards now. I'm not sure. Have a think about it.
Yeah, we've got some time in Q3 to
Thanks for
think
that.
about your strategy. So,
Parting shot.
it can be good, can be bad. So
Yeah.
take it as you will. And I'll pass you over to Dynasty if he has any questions.
Welcome, mate. Yeah, unfortunately you're out in Q2, but it's not always a bad thing. We've seen a lot of people win from outside of that top 10. But moving forward, you obviously said you may change your strategy up. It's a very interesting call because this track is obviously heavy dependent on the tyres and whatnot. So it's interesting to see obviously what your take is, because if you go the longer distance, that means if there's any early safety cars, you cannot really pit. But what would make you change your strategy anyway? Is it the fact that you're just going to try and maybe hold out for a late safety car, or just walk us through what would make you change your strategy?
Well, I don't know. You just sort of made me almost change my mind back again. I've had a few practices on the hards, and I thought they were pretty rubbish at the start. And if I was at the front, I wanted to start on mediums to try and get away early and get out of the carnage, because I reckon there will be some. But yeah, you're right. Do I just stick with the mediums and go the normal strategy? Maybe just go for an undercut or something. Maybe change it that way. That might be something to consider.
Yeah, I'm sure. I don't know if your TP is running engineers or if he's engineering you, but I'm sure he would have the right strategy, as we just seen your teammate go a 123.4, which is putting him up to P1. So that's pretty good.
Yeah, he's doing well. He wasn't really confident either, so he's going good.
Yeah, no, that's good to see. Anyway, we'll end it there because we've got 2 more people to interview before we kick things off. So good luck, mate, and wish you well.
Thanks,
and
fellas.
yeah, go your hardest.
Bye.
Thanks, mate. All right, we'll go to TMT now. Are you there, mate? How you going, mate? Just missed out on Q2, unfortunately. Unfortunately, didn't have really the best of last laps. What went wrong? Did you just have a moment, or just not feeling the track? Or
I mean, I wasn't feeling it from the outset. My best lap in Q1 was my first lap when I had 5 laps of fuel in the car. And I was the second one out on track, so there was no rubber down, so that one threw me through a bit of a loop, and I got through in P15, so that was pretty lucky. But Jesus, McLaren's quick. They went through 9,000th of part. That's pretty tiny. Yeah, my Q2 lap, my first lap, I had a massive power slide through the last corner, and so I lost about 4 or 5 tenths. And then my second attempt at a lap, I spun it into the wall, and I was lucky not to DNF, to be fair. And then the third lap, the most part was pretty tidy. I had a bad run out of the hairpin, which has seemed to be my weak point through quali so far. The one just at the start of sector 2, I've struggled there quite a bit. It wasn't my worst run out of it, wasn't by any means my best. And then at the end of that first DRS straight, that chicane, I just got a little bit taily on the exit and went up onto the curbs, lost a bit of time. I probably, between the two of them, probably lost maybe a quarter of a second, which I would have gone through. But I mean, in no way did I even deserve to be Q2 with my performance in Q1. So, I mean, I'm kind of grateful to be starting P30. I can't lie.
yeah, it's not a bad spot to start. Being down in obviously the second half of the grid, but we always know there's always carnage at the front, and you never know. We saw Sick Party do it in Div 6, so we may have another winner in Div 5 that does exactly the same thing, but I'll push over the Whiff and see if he's got any questions for you, mate.
G'day, TMT.
Yeah.
We are going to have to do this a little bit quickly because there's not too much time
Okay.
left. You said that the long sweeping left was not a great corner for you. Do you think that'll come back to bite you in the race?
Well, that wasn't the one I specifically said. It was more the hairpin at the start of sector 2. But that long sweeping left, I had a bit of troubles with in my two laps of practice. I think I used flashback 4 times in the same corner and crashed every single one of them. So the goal is going to be keeping.
Yeah. Sorry, I thought you were talking about the sweeping left, but
Yeah, I know the one
yeah,
you're talking about.
that's also a very tricky one to get right. We've seen some incidents there in other divs, so yeah, as long as you can take it nice and clean, then shouldn't be too many issues there.
Yeah, that's the plan. I'm trying to beat my brother.
No shot.
That's the other
And
plan.
that's going to win.
I don't. I hope he doesn't. But I mean, I hope he does well. But I just don't want him to win because I don't want him to be beating me in the standings because then I'll be sad.
Well, I've got some faith in him.
Yeah.
So
I
well,
do too.
good luck in
He's
it.
gonna work.
And
Thank you very much.
good luck on being your
Here he
brother.
comes.
Good luck, mate. All right, that was TMT. So now we will go over to Edge, who's reserving up from Div 6 in the Mercedes. How you going, mate?
Yeah, doing alright.
Yeah, obviously, you were improving on your time up until that last sector. It looked like you had a massive snap heading into the fast left-handers. Pretty well, not the fast left-handers, but the left-handers. I think it was not the second to last, but the third to last turn. It looked like you had a big moment, but walk us through, obviously, your pace here, and what your prediction is for where you want to be aiming for tonight.
Yeah, look, as you mentioned, obviously I'm reserving up, so I don't expect to be as well as I would be doing probably maybe tomorrow night, but my hope is just for a clean race, get as many points as I can from Merck, and if I can, help out Tyler throughout the way.
Yeah, nah,
That's mainly my goal.
Yeah, that's good team ethic. So that's really good to hear. I'll pass you on along to Whiff because we haven't got much time left. But I wish you well, mate. And yeah, good luck in the race.
Cheers, boss man.
Yeah, not too much time left, so I won't ask any questions. I think you've answered what I was going to ask anyway. So good luck in the race, mate.
All right, cheers.
Alright, so we will be starting the final runs of this qualifying. So we're going to stay on board with Drift because I haven't really done a lap with him yet tonight. So I try to get through the whole grid throughout the whole night if they do get through. So Cross Eyes did get a massive toe from Damino in his first lap. So I don't know if he'll be able to improve. He should be able to. This track will be ramped up a fair bit. But it'll be interesting to see what the teams do. So you've got two Kick Salvers, two McLarens. Do they give each other a toe? Who gets the toe? That is the other question. And does any of these single drivers fall in behind one of these pack drivers? Because I think personally that's probably the best idea is to try and just get behind one of the teams if they are doing the toe, because then you'll also get that toe. So maybe the Red Bulls thinking about it with the McLarens, maybe the Ferraris thinking about it with the Kick Saubers. As we see, they're all coming out for their final runs with.
Yeah, the kicks have come out very late. Yeah, there's not much time left, so they would have to go this lap.
The Ferrari's getting behind for the toe. Oh, he's getting behind one? Or... Yeah, he is.
Yeah, I think he wants to get in the middle and maybe try and slow them down. But there's not much time left. There's a minute and they're coming up to the chicane.
They should get around. They're at a minute 15 when they reach the top of that hairpin, so they should get just in time. I think everyone has timed it to perfection. So we'll go, as I said, we'll stay on board with Drift because I haven't been on board with him, unfortunately.
I think the ball's overtaking the kicks now.
Oh, so
seems like he can't
get the toe.
Yeah, he can't make up his mind. But yeah, they are going to have to go, as I was saying before.
30 seconds to get around to that line. They should make it. I hope they make it because we have seen a lot of people cut it too late and unfortunately miss out. But yeah, 20 seconds to get around a couple corners, they should be good. As Cross Eyes and Drift will be our first ones completing their lap. So Cross Eyes is the front car. Drift is following behind. So who will get the better time for tonight? You've got both McLarens P1, P2. Can they be toppled by the end of it? I see Crone Dog is getting the tow from SJ in P1. So they've obviously chosen Crone Dog to be the lead car if he can get the perfect tow. They're coming down into the final sector. Both the Haas and the Aston. I'll just quickly see if the Haas is improving on his time. So is the Aston, but not by much. As we're coming down to
Not at
the
all.
final corner. Comes around the corner. It will be Cross Eyes with a 1:23.097. Drift a 1:22.976.
It's the first 22 of the night.
Damino will be in the 23s. It'll be a low 23, a 23.398. You've got Tyler is improving. Will he get into the 22s? No, he will not. He'll get 23.273. Then you got Matty AU coming around. Will he get into 22s? No, he will not. 23.1. SJ is not improving. 23.242. He does actually improve. Sorry, my bad. Crone Dog wasn't improving. Banglabar is improving. Will he be able to put it above onto pole? It'll be in the 22. He does. A 22.873. Can the Kick Saubers do anything? I don't know where they went. I think they stayed
No,
where
I think
they were.
Yeah, I think they swapped.
Yeah, so I think they stayed P9, P10 maybe. Yeah, they did in the exact order. So there you have it. Banglabar takes pole, followed by Drift and Cross Eyes taking out the third step of qualifying with Matty AU in P4, Zegoven in P5, Tyler in P6, Crone Dog in P7. So that tow, I don't know if SJ I think was giving it. Damino in P8, Minmay P9, and China in P10. But that's that grid was 0.7 difference between first and 10th, so very, very tight. Thank you, Marzi, for the gifts, mate. Appreciate it. Down the kicks. Yep, down the kicks.
No, up the kicks, down the mercs. Into the wall, preferably, again. Yeah, it looked very close there. I don't even know what to say. I think there was about a 10th between each
grey
driver.
Cloud? Am I seeing grey cloud right now, or is it just like the sunset?
Tell me we're not getting rain.
I don't know. I'm hoping I can see some rain on the distance.
If you've jinxed this, honestly, I won't be happy. I will not be happy.
Nah, I think it's just the sunset, the way it looks, this game. I mean, I'd be happy for rain. It makes things interesting. I don't think we rarely ever see rain at these sort of tracks, so always like to throw a spanner in the works. As everyone is choosing their strategy, so this is where we'll see where it will be won and loss. I think personally the strategy would be a medium to hard, as we are getting the lights 3, 4, 5 red lights. We are off and gone to the races. No one moved straight away, but we'll go to tyres. As everyone gets through fine. SJ has fallen down one. Tyler's down. There's cautions already, yellows.
Ooh.
That is, oh, that's huge.
Virtual safety car.
Four different people with damage there. Mudpack, Coop, Kodo, and Dante Eminem. Unfortunately getting caught up with Coop receiving.
Oh no. 20 seconds for Coop.
Yeah, so he got the first penalty and then he got the second penalty. So that might have been a collision after the fact with Dante. But that didn't bring out a safety car at all. That's just a VSC, which is very, very, very interesting. You don't really see that. Banglabar is 1.3 seconds ahead. I don't know. He's pushing that car. That might come to haunt him if this VSC ends really early. It is actually really grey. Have you noticed that as well? It's.
I have.
Could we
if there's
see
anyone in the
rain?
chat that can,
oh, I would
if
love
anyone
to
in
see
the chat can confirm, will we see rain? I really hope not. Doesn't quite look like it because everyone started on mediums, except for Faded
this-
Menace. He started on
This is the
hards.
sector
but
where your Delta can absolutely destroy you. He would have just got
everyone's got it right.
he would have just got a track limit warning there. He went off, and so I think he may be already on his first warning as we are green again. But everyone is now back together. So Tyler making a move on SJ for the first lap, and I think everyone else stayed the same. I'll just get the position changes. Oh, Matty AU up 1, Cross Eyes down 1, Tyler up 1, SJ down 1, all the rest even. China and Min May have swapped around.
There was a little bit of contact between them at the start. I think that was side by side for the first couple of corners, and then a little bit of contact, but I don't think there's any damage. SJ has almost lost DRS.
Yeah, he has.
So
he's almost, but I think with everyone in front, I don't
Constantina.
think. Yeah, you shouldn't really lose DRS if everyone's. I don't know if they are fighting heavily. Doesn't look like it. Because unfortunately we don't have two Ferraris together, as we see in Div 6 a lot. They fight one another through every lap, which is interesting.
We've got Minman and Bucking Bronco going side by side. Sorry, he's just got that done on the outside of the sweeping left. Oh,
But
it's gone very deep.
that fighting has lost them the DRS to China, and that will really hurt their race. When you lose DRS here, it is very, very hard to catch back up, especially if this top pack does not battle. If this top pack just decides, you know what, we're not going to fight now, we'll fight at the end, when it is pretty much when you want to be fighting, you'd find that time with a 1.5 gap will be probably like a 5 second by the pit stop. But all the moves will be made in this sector down here, as we see a lot of double and triple overtakes. I did one, so don't mean to toot my own horn, but I was only on the track for about 15 laps, so credit where credit's due.
Yep, to end it into a wall a second time. We've got... It looks like this whole train goes all the way down to 9th.
Yep, and there you go, Faded Menace. With those hard tyres he picked early, they've already lost 4.7 to the medium runners. As we see, Quicksilver, oh, he goes over the... Yeah, he's trying to control that car. He's out of battery as well, though, but that just lost them so much time to P14 and 13. And there's a DRS train to P10, but as I said, the no DRS, it's already out to 2.3.
Yeah, Quicksilver's just gone off track again. It looks like that might be his second warning already. We've got a lot of cars side by side. I'm on TMT's POV. Looks like Edge and Sick Party, Bucking Bronco as well, are going at it.
Yep, and Minmay is now almost out of the DRS of Bucking Bronco, so that fighting is now just, hopefully, or for Minmay's sake, he's able to run away, but Bucking Bronco is trying to get back in. He does get back into it. It's looking very, very grey. There is a bit of sun behind those clouds. We haven't really heard if there's going to rain or not. I'd be very, very interested to hear if it is. Drift makes a move for P1. Goes up the inside of... Oh,
they're fighting it.
Turns back into Banglabar. That could have went
Banglabar's going to go for it again here. Hedo has redeemed an onboard. I'm just going to wait to see who that's for. For Maddie.
Yep, I'll start. Yeah, I'll start it when he crosses the line for you, Hedo. But yeah, this gap is 3.5 now. As I said, it's probably going to be higher than now 5 seconds when they pit stop, which is not bad though, because to be honest, it's not a bad thing for your boys in the Kick Sauber because of the double stacking. And yeah, as long as you still have one driver up in that top 10, or both drivers in top 10, it's still good points or decent points here.
Yeah, I think there's a bit of teamwork going on there with the kicks. But somewhere where there's not too much teamwork, I've just seen Edge and TMT lose the DRS.
No rain, just dark clouds apparently.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Matthew has a big snap. And that
Oof.
affects cross eyes. That big snap has affected cross eyes. Tyler's made the move on him. I think he'll
Gets it done.
just relax behind him now.
Oh, cross eyes. I think he missed his breaking point there and went to the inside, almost hit Tyler, and SJ has capitalised on that.
Yep, and he's
I
got in
think
front of
China has
Crone, but
gone
this has
off as
affected it.
well.
It's affected SJ though, because he's now out of a DRS, but he's hopefully gained it back because he would have had it. Yeah. So I wonder if the this overcast is causing the wear of the tire to be different than what it would normally be, because the track wouldn't be as hot. So maybe people are having more moments because the track's not warmed up enough yet.
It definitely is possible. It also doesn't look like it's night time, so I hope that's the right settings.
Yeah, it is. It's basically what it goes. It's not nighttime race. It goes from sunset to night throughout the race. I think being a 50%, I don't think it does reach the night time. As we're seeing,
Can't really see much with these clouds.
Crone Dog has actually lost the time to Cross Eyes and SJ. 1.3. And Damino says,
Yeah,
thank you very
now's
much.
been overtaken.
China
Oh,
says,
China as well.
thank you very much. And he pulls back in. Good move. Good move. Good plan to do that, because you do not want to be
Crone Dog's had a moment.
battling into corners. But
Crone
yes,
Dog's had a moment.
China will be battling him up a spot. I don't know, maybe there might be a little bit of damage on Crone Dog's car from the Cross Eyes incident. I'm not too
Doesn't
sure.
look like it.
There is this pack of 4 at the front are fighting
Yeah.
heavily. Oh,
SJ almost hits Tyler.
yeah.
Very close. This could allow Damino, China, and Crone Dog to get back into the DRS here.
Yeah, it's almost. If they keep battling hard, this will allow Damino to catch up, and he does. He brings him in. If I was China and Damino, I would probably be letting the front car burn, and then get the back car to burn to get back in as well, and try to do the slingshot method. But they are in the DRS zone again, which is good to see. And so is Crone.
Oh!
He's hanging on.
Damino had a slide. I don't know if he'll get it for this straight.
Oh,
It looks like he just gets it.
Oh, it was borderline. I don't know.
I think he just... Yeah, he got it.
He did. And Crone, though, does he get it? Crone does not. So he'll have to burn to...
China's gone for it.
To stay. And China does, yeah. That is the best thing to do. Try and slingshot past and see if you can catch it back up.
But look at China's battery. Does not have too much at all. So it's just going to be pure pace. As we've got TMT and Minmate, the two brothers going side by side through the chicane.
Yep,
and TMT just pulls ahead. But Minmate wants
still
more.
Going side by side. No, he pulls in behind.
Oh, good battling between the two brothers there.
Yeah, this battle for 10th is heating up. So 10,
Minmate's gone deep.
13,
Sorry, TMT's gone deep.
Cool.
Minmate looks to have
he pulls back in. I think they'll not battle here. They don't want to lose DRS to the front ones, to at least 10th. But Crone Dog has now been brought back into this pack. Damino's holding on. Only just. He's having big moments though. That's going to cost him a lot. So will he be able to keep with this pack? Tyler's made up a spot on drift. So he's looking dangerous tonight.
Oh, there's a Mercedes in the wall. Edge.
It is Edge. Oh, it's the same thing that I did.
The same wall.
Same wall. He comes back on track, and unfortunately, well,
he's got damage.
Luckily for him, there was no cars coming around the corner, whereas I had about 8 or 9, so I could not move at all.
Oh, but that damage is horrible. He's gone well off the track. He'll have to pit.
Yeah. So not a bad. It is a not so good situation, but pretty much 8, 9, 10 laps to hards, you're pretty good. So he'll be getting the undercut anyway, and he'll be in fresh air. You never know as well. So it'll be interesting to see as This
Oh, Mime spun.
certainly
Mime
has
had a spin
comes
at
back on
the
track
exit of the chicane.
perfectly fine. Edge is just taking his time around these corners, which I would be too if I've lost a wing, which I have many times
You
here.
were. Lost a wheel too.
Dante Eminem receives a 3-second penalty.
That is, I believe, the first 3-second.
So who will be the first one to call it a day off? And there we go. There we have it. Matty AU. And same with Drift. Both calling a day off of those mediums. Maybe a bit too early for the front runners, I think. But that's just left SJ now out of the DRS. So that's a big problem, unfortunately, for SJ, because the front two in front of him decided to box. So now him and Cross Eyes would have to work together to try and pull these two leaders back in.
Yeah, they really do have to try and work together here. It can be an easy track to work with someone, but only if you're both willing. It looks like Krondog is looking for a move on China. He
China's
does
doing good
not go
tonight.
for it.
P6,
He is.
P6 and on the back of P5, and obviously with P4 and P3 as well, just in front of him. So they're sort of keeping up with this top end battle. They have to burn a lot to keep up, but that undercut will put them back in that range. See, Tyler's hanging around the 100% battery. Banglabar's on 40. Cross Eyes is 1.3 away. XF Kodo and Dante are still fighting at the back. Dante gets done. Oh, Kodo has a bit of a snap, but gets it in control again. This will be
Damino's not looking very happy on those tyres. Oh, as he has another moment.
Tyler
Krondog
comes
almost
in the
hits
box.
China.
So he's boxing. Damino's boxing. So is bucking Bronco. Do we see Sick Party continues on? Does Minmay? Minmay continues on. Faded Menace, he continues on. So does Maddie. But Banglabar now needs to put the shoes on and try to push these last couple of laps, depending on how long he's going, because the undercut is very powerful here. But he's got a 2-second nearly gap to Cross Eyes and SJ, which will be probably brought down if SJ has enough battery to pass Cross Eyes and try to burn to catch up. China looking in a brilliant spot at the moment in P4 in front of Krondog, which is no easy feat, especially reserving up, but he's had an outstanding race so far. Sick Party just minding his own business in P6, which we saw in Division 6 last week. Minding his own business, he took the win. So Matty AU and Faded Menace battling hard. So Matty AU on the older tyre, well, 1 lap older than Tyler, got a 3-second undercut. So that is a huge advantage here.
Yeah, and those hards on this game last forever. We've got Bolts in the chat asking for the gap to leader. If we could get that up, please.
Certainly can. There you go. The leader is in the box, though. SJ continues on. Is that the right call? Both McLarens continue on. We did see this happen, I think, last week with SJ in Netherlands. He continued on, and yeah, it was definitely the right call there with soft tyres. At the end, Banglabar comes out on those hards. Matty AU will get the jump on him. Fader Menace will, but because he's on older tyres. Tyler will also get Banglabar out the pits. He certainly will, but only just.
Looks like the kicks have had a a little bit of a double stack. As Mimi had to wait a tiny bit.
Yep, so he's coming out. Edge
he'll
is
just TRS now.
P17, so he's trying to get back up there on those tyres. That's gap to leader, so I'll just go back to interval now. So the interesting thing, this undercut is going to be massive by Matty, but that tyre wear is a big thing here. Will it be? Can he hold on basically on those hards? There's not really much pace difference of the hards compared to an older set of hards or a newer set, unless they are dramatically older. not so much as compared to the mediums and softs at Netherlands or the mediums and hards at Netherlands. They're all different as SJ continues on, but Crone pits. So very, very interesting to see SJ continuing on. Will that harm his race moving forward with?
I definitely do think it will. As Quicksilver gets a 3-second. Yeah, the mediums, they don't feel too great here, just full stop. So after about 11 laps, they wouldn't be too great.
So that
Um,
that difference has put Crone Dog almost in this paddling pack with TMT and Sick Party. That's how big of a gap of a undercut it is. So that is huge in the context of things, because it is one thing to swap to a new tyres and try to gain the position, but there is a lot of time to gain without DRS to anyone in front.
yeah. Also got the 2 Alpines. No, sorry, that's just Quicksilver coming into the pits. As Bang the By goes for it on Tyler, Damien goes for it on Faded Menace, Crosseyes goes for it on Drift. They're going side by side through the sweeping left, but Crosseyes does get it done.
So
Um,
this gap to lead is closing. It's at currently 10 seconds
Yeah.
nearly. He's just dropped at least 4
He's in the
tenths.
pits.
Yeah, so that's going to be huge. He's going to drop probably below Crone Dog as we speak.
I think he lost about 2 seconds a lap there. So
it's a
that
huge
was
huge disadvantage, and if you end up behind of this whole battle pack, it's going to be very hard to make the moves here, as Bucking Bronco will probably get past the McLaren. He'll probably fall in just in front of Crone. He will. So that will be beneficial for their team because they'll be within DRS of each other. So I'm sure, yep, they certainly are. But this gap is, so we'll go to leader. It's a 12-second gap
what
with
was his yellow?
yellows. That is
Dante's spun
Dante
sector 1.
in sector 1.
Just gotta be careful on the rejoin. Edge is coming around the track
Yeah,
now. He
he
stays off the track.
Brilliant, brilliant. Comes back on, that's fine. Perfect. Perfect rejoin, that's what we want to see. We do not want to see anyone coming back in to into traffic. But yeah, that gap, as I said, from SJ, who was the leader, is 11.4. Huge, huge task for him to reel in the leader, as Bang the Bar has set the fastest lap with a 125.192, which is 0.7 quicker than anyone else on the grid. So don't know if we'll see that beaten tonight.
Yeah, Bangalore is very quick around here. I believe he did the Division 4 race as well, and he did really well there. I don't exactly remember his result, but it was definitely up there.
Yeah.
I feel like we might have been wrong about the McLaren's dynasty. They've come out right next to each other, pretty much.
Yeah,
So
I
hopefully,
but
hopefully they can try work together.
yeah, yeah, that's the thing. They need to probably try and slipstream and slingshot. But as soon as, well, they need to one get past Bucking Bronco, who's in front of them. So I'm pretty sure SJ is looking to make that move. But then you have to have your teammate get past him as well, pretty well quickly, which they look like they're doing the double. They may do the double. They do the double. But now Bucking Bronco, if he starts fighting them, that will just lose them even more time. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting what happens here, as they're catching the back of Faded Menace, who's on those older tyres. So this will hold them up through this sector, especially on those 13-lap old hards. Be a much slower car. As SJ and him go side by side. There's contact.
Oh,
there is contact from the top view. And he falls
Crone
in.
Dog.
Yep, and this is holding up Crone Dog a lot. So
Yeah, they
there
had
goes
to
the time.
try and get past him as soon as
Oh.
possible. Remember, he is on old hards.
Yep, and he's trying to
Fucking Bronco
give
as
the
well.
space. But there you have it. That's where the DRS is won and lost. So this is now the problem. Does SJ back off a little bit and give Crone Dog the DRS?
SJ is on none on the
Yeah.
battery, so
So there you go.
he is
They
backing off
have,
a little bit.
but that costs you a lot of time to these leaders, Maddie and Banglabar. Tyler's sitting comfortably in third with Damino in P4. Cross Eyes P5, so working with Damino. Drift in P6. Quicksilver picks up another pen. Both McLarens P7, P8. Bucking Bronco following this train in P9. So good outing from the Astons so far as well. China's back up to
Got
P10. So he's
China and
closing
Faded
in.
Menace going side by side into the
Oh, there is
chicane.
cautions as well. That is a
Oh, there's
Alpine
contact.
around. There is contact.
Contact between Faded Menace and China. As remember, Faded Menace on the
Oh.
older hards. Can Sick Party get through too? He can. TMT's view is
China makes it
amazing
work
here.
around the outside. Says thank you very much for the position. He holds on to it as well. And the battle of the brothers is not looking good. It looks like TMT has so far won the battle with an 8.5 second gap to Min-Mei. So I think that double stack, as you said, hurt his chances. Tyler's pulled in that gap to P1 and P2. But that gap to leader is still about 10 seconds with 14 laps to go.
Yeah, the double stack with China and Minmay, he did lose quite a lot of time. He lost the DRS, so that's going to be my excuse for why TMT is currently winning. But he is catching. Minmay is catching. He's caught, I think, about 5/10 in the last sector alone. So
Yeah, so that's because he's
it's still
behind
on.
Faded Menace at the moment.
Yeah,
So Faded Menace is
as
out
he
of
goes
the...
past
Yeah.
now.
So he has to go the long distance. Unfortunately, that hard tyre isn't the tyre to be because everyone has made basically a pit stop on you. Yes, you'll be the quicker driver at the end, but yeah, unfortunately, the undercut here is huge, as we've seen. So we see both of the McLarens trying to work together, trying to burn and slipstream off each other. They still have to make up quite a bit of positions and get past a lot of drivers with minimal laps remaining. Can they do it? That is the question.
I think they will. Cross Eyes and Damino are working together, so they're trying to drop Drift, which so far looks like it has worked.
Look, I
But
think...
this is bringing Buck and Bronco along with them as well.
Yeah, so I think personally, looking at it, the goal for the McLarens tonight, I don't think they catch the top three. It doesn't look like the top three will battle until the final. I think the realistic goal would be P4, P5 at a minimum. Edge picks up a free second,
Ooh.
which it doesn't matter about him doing that because the next best is 16 seconds away with a pen.
Oh, there's contact at the back.
Banglabar picks up a free second down the straight.
They're going 3 wide in Sector 3 as Dante's been spun. There was
Dante,
XF Kodo, Quicksilver, and Dante going 3 wide into Sector 3.
yep, and
That
he
does not work. It barely works 2 wide.
gets going again.
And
I just saw, yeah, Banglabar picked up a 3 second on the straight. So he would be going to the right of the track and just going a little bit too far over and getting it. So that's a huge blow for the Ferrari.
yeah, I did see Dante Eminem doing a similar thing in the race this time. But
There is
as we've got a
yellow.
yellow,
That
that
is
is
a
Coop
Haas.
on
Oh, Coop's just
6.
getting out the way. Yep. So he's lapped. So he was just moving out the way. I think. Yeah. Yeah. He's
Yes,
lapped.
he was.
Yep. So that's all right. He's just going around for practice, as we said. He's Division 6, so his race will be tomorrow night. So it's always good to have some practice here. Faded Menace picks up a 3 second on those old tyres as he's entering the pits. Unfortunately,
He's
a lot of
crossed
those.
that line.
Yeah, a lot of those will not be removed because you touch the curb, you are gone.
And in this league,
As
you are
both the
not allowed
Alpines are
to cross
fighting
the pit
hard.
entry line.
Quicksilver Deck and
Yeah.
XF Kodo, they are not willing to play the game together, unfortunately. Yeah, it's cost them a lot, and as we're on board, he goes over the line to get the 3 second. Banglabar and Matty AU swap positions up the front. Matty AU takes the lead. Banglabar in P2. Tyler just sitting back, relaxing in P3. Cross-eyes P4, 4 seconds away, but this gap, as I was talking about, is still at that 10.2 mark. So it has barely improved since we last looked at it. And now it's still hanging around 10.2, 10.3. So it's a very interesting strategy track, this one.
Yeah.
How are you going,
So
Jack
we've got
Thorne?
another yellow. Cooper on
yellow.
6 gone straight into the runoff. As TMT gets a 3. Not
Yeah,
too sure what's
so
happening with Cooper.
I think he was caught up early in that incident with 4 cars, so he might have yellow or red underbody, potentially.
Yeah.
So that probably is affecting his race a lot. Probably, if it gets to lap 20, he's still having issues, I'd probably just retire the car. It's not really much practice if you do have that yellow-red underbody, because you're not really, unfortunately, learning the proper stopping points. As Banglabar makes the move for P1, Matty AU falls in P2, Tyler stays in P3. Cross Eyes still just relaxing in P4, but they're closing the gap ever so slightly. Damino is following close behind. Drift well in his zone in P6. SJ, Crone Dog, and Bucking Bronco all in the battle for P7, P8, P9. And TMT running out the top 10 with China right on his tail. And Sick Party as well.
Look to go for it.
He does.
Almost looks
but he
for
pulls out of it.
We've got Nixon Plays in chat wondering if they could race tomorrow.
I'm not sure,
I
mate. We have to
think
check to see
the
what
grid is probably
division.
full.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Division 6 is full. Normally is full every week, so it is a very hard division to crack. Very good division as well. The racing standards has improved a lot since the start. We're not seeing as many impeding. We're not seeing many safety cars. Although last week, I think we saw
We've got China and TMT going side by side.
makes
Sorry.
move.
Sorry to interrupt you.
That's all right. I was on board with it. So that was a brilliant move by China. Up to P10. So brilliant race from him. SJ and Crone Dog are starting to catch drift, but Bucking Bronco puts it in the middle of
Crone Dog's had a moment, I think.
He certainly has. He's lost 1.7 to SJ, so that's not really now beneficial for the McLaren. So unfortunately, that might be curtains for at least the top 4 for the McLarens.
Sick Party's going for the double overtake.
He does.
Up to the chicane. TMT is on the inside of China as well.
And they give each other
See
room.
if this
they
can work.
Touch. And
They
perfect.
still give enough room. However, China does not have too much battery, so TMT might try and burn if he knows this. It doesn't look like he does. This is some good racing here.
Yeah, so we're starting to see it go night now. So 20 laps in, it is starting to go night, looking by everyone's on board. Clouds are getting a little bit darker, but there will be no rain unless we probably see a safety car. You never know. Cross Eyes is on the back of Damino still, so that battle for P4 is heating up. But this battle for P1, I think, will go right down to the wire.
Yeah.
And that's Dante Eminem in the wall. He also could have that yellow body damage. He stays on the right side of the track, which is fine. Gets on, that's perfect. He falls into place. Brilliant. But he has wing damage, so I would think he'd be...
Yeah. He is lapped as well,
Yeah,
so he has to get out of the way.
He's now back on. Brilliant. So I think he potentially has that body damage as well in his car. There was 4 of them caught up in it, so... And I'm pretty sure the back 4, so Quicksilver, Mudpack, Dante, and Coop all caught up in that that damage lap 1. So other than that, it's been a pretty clean and tidy race, you would say.
Yeah, maybe just a couple spins here and there, but yeah, looks like a pretty clean race. I think we might be getting to that point where we put a poll up for who's going to win this race.
Yeah,
if anyone could do that.
I can't because I haven't got the stream up on my side. But if someone...
Dante's here.
Yeah,
Thanks, Dante.
If you want to put up
yeah, he's got it.
Poll, probably we'll go for on track. So don't worry about the the pen as such because it might be able
Yeah.
to get removed. So just go for the on track. So who will cross the line first? What would you think the cutoff point for the win would be? Do you think top 5, or do you think we go down to top 7, or even
I'd say top 5.
yeah?
Cross Eyes and Damino are still working together, so yeah, it's Bangla by Maddie, Tyler, Cross Eyes, and Damino.
And
As
Dante retires in a bit.
Dante's, yeah,
So good
it's
call.
not too much he can do there. So,
But SJ makes a move on drift. So they
ooh,
have.
sorry, Crown Dog just went for a massive dive bomb on Bucking Bronco. It looks like a mistake, like an accident, but
Yeah,
he
so
got it stopped nice and cleanly. It's going to go past now.
you see a lot of mistakes here, unfortunately, with the braking points of drivers. As Faded Menace has put on those medium tyres, so he'll be going to the end. He could potentially catch Min-May, but he has got a pen, so expect him not. You've got China all over the back of Sick Party. Again, a brilliant race from him so far. We also have to be talking about Driver of the Day soon. You got Drift, who's on the back of SJ, trying to get that car up into the 4 and 5 mark. If he can hold on to the back of SJ, his tyres are about 4 laps older, but I think they're going to run out of time to catch this front pack. His front pack aren't battling as hard.
China and Sick Party going side by side through turn 1 again. I think for this pack from P10 to P12, it's getting to that point where they don't really want to catch anymore. They just want the best points possible. So might as well fight.
That's actually a good one. Dante put P1, 2, and 3, and then went other. So that's a good one, because you never know. There could be a late safety car. Someone may stay out. So brilliant. So it's China makes a move up to
Here we
P11,
go.
but TMT's right side by side. They'll get through this corner like they have many times before. They give each other enough room. There is a little bit of contact, but they get it done. This is absolutely brilliant side-by-side racing. The camera finally pans around the corner.
Sick Party's going for it.
Sick Party as well.
They're both going for it.
Inside. He makes it back. Brilliant retake of the P10 position there by Sick Party. Absolutely
He's
brilliant
playing
racing,
this
though. That's what we want to
extremely
see.
well.
That is what we want to see here. Is that side-by-side clean racing. As the SJ's now run away from Drift in P7. Damino and Cross Eyes are still just working together. They'll fight at the end. They know their battle's not won and lost on lap 24. So they'll fight right at the end, and we'll see who will get the position there. You've got the front three again. Their battle's not won and lost now. It's probably about lap 27, 28 when you want to be working out where you want to be through these sectors. If you want to be in P3 or P2, I think the double slipstream here is the best. If you can get it right, we've seen many double overtakes here. But if you do it too early, heading into sector, the end of sector 2, so this next DRS point, you could be unfortunately swapping back down again. As there's yellows, that is TMT around.
Oh no!
Guess what? The Battle of the Brothers is back on.
Go, Minmay! Go! Get him!
He can sniff him. He smells him.
He's right there. He'll most likely get the DRS.
TMT have damage. I'm looking on his car. He does not have damage, but he's got the DRS now from his brother. So he can now smell that victory between the brothers, P12 and P13. There may have been maybe a collision between China and TMT, as China has lost out to Sick Party. Coop on sticks is around.
He looks to get going again.
But he's got the leaders coming. He needs to be very cautious. Actually, I don't think it's the leaders. I think it's the Ferrari and the Alpine behind him.
Yeah. I'm going to be watching this fight with TMT and Minmay with
the leaders have
3 or 4 eyes open.
Quicksilver, I don't know what is Quicksilver doing. He just crossed the whole course.
I did see that.
Oh, he's gone way off. Oh, he's getting out the way. That's good. That's good.
Oh, into the wall.
Come back on. Yep, cool. I think he went to get out the way, but he went off the road.
Just straight line the whole corner?
Yeah, pretty well. So.
Mima's had a bit of a moment trying to chase down TMT.
Yeah, all he has to do is just stay in that time pen, and he'll be all right. SJ is almost caught up to Damino and Cross Eyes, but they are not going to catch up to the top three unless they all start fighting heavily or have big moments. Damino and Cross Eyes battling into a corner. So there you have it. That's how SJ will catch up. XF Kodo picks up another 3-second. But that little maneuver alone cost them 0.4. And
Yeah.
SJ is closing in. Drift and bucking Bronco. P7, P8 with Chrome Dog following close behind in P9. There is Yellows. Who is that? That is
That
lap car.
is.
Lap car getting out of the
Yeah.
way. Yep.
I think it's getting to that point now, Dynasty, where we have to talk about the driver of the day.
Yeah, it certainly
What
is.
would you think?
Um,
I've got my pick. Definitely got my pick.
yeah, I think it's hard because there's been really good drives from the top four. Damino, Tyler, Matty, and Banglabar. Banglabar being the leader at the moment. You got a really good drive by China from Division 6. Same with Sick Party from Division 6. Yeah, it's a hard decision. I'd like to know who you are thinking for driver of the day first.
I was going to say Sick Party, but he has just got that pen, so I'm going to go with my second choice of Tyler. He was quite far down in quali. I think he started P6. He was quite far back from these front two, and he's done a really good job of going for even the one lap undercut and catching up to them and just staying in that DRS for, at this stage, a podium and a possible win.
Yeah, that is a very good call. I am going to say Damino. I think he's had a really good race. Very clean and tidy. Yeah, him and Cross Eyes have not really been battling as much. We'll probably see the battle start to happen.
I've got Mimi and TMT going side by side through Sector 3. That brother rivalry adds just more than anything I've seen so far. I think this is the closest they've been on track to each other in a while. So
Yeah, so we'll go to penalties actually. So I don't mean to change that. My bad. Yeah, so you got a couple of 3 seconds. So at the moment, China needs to close that gap by 0.1. But yeah, as I said, driver of the day for me would be Damino. I think he's done phenomenal. Yes, he's not battling for the top spot, but between him and Cross Eyes, them two battling, he's done really good tonight. And that's not to say the whole grid should be clapping their hands together because they've done really good to have only one VSC and nothing really else happening. It's pretty good considering this track is yeah, heavy on the pens and heavy on the traction lost as you saw me bin it into the wall.
twice.
Twice.
Can't forget twice.
I almost binned it a third time, but I managed to hold the car. But it's, yeah, not my track, not my track. But yeah, so we'll see. Yeah, we'll stay on the lead battle now, so that's fine. So we've got Damino, Tyler. I don't know if anyone else is chucking in any other name for driver of the day. There could be every driver who's gotten through today is pat on the back, well done. It's been very good. And it's been a very good battle to watch as we see Banglabar and Matty AU deciding who will have the DRS on the last sector for the sorry, not last sector, the last lap. Sorry, my bad. But it looks like Matty AU is burning, so he wants to stay in front. Banglabar's also burning. Is Tyler? Tyler's holding. That is a brilliant choice because you do not want to burn too early here. As Edge sets the fastest lap, so there you go. There's an extra point.
Yep.
And that's what all you want to do is to bring home the points. And even if it's 1 plus another 1 for the fastest lap, still is a point. So we are heading to the closing stages of this race. I will stay on board down the back straight with Tyler if he is the third car, because normally the slipstream from P3 is the most powerful, being that you get the double. So it's going to be a very good battle as we get started on this final lap. And that battle for fourth is heating up as well with SJ.
Matty's had a moment.
He certainly has. And Tyler's thinking about it around the outside, but he thinks better of it. Pulls in behind. He'll have the DRS and the ERS to play with. Banglabar's running with 90. Matty's only got 20%, so that's not enough. Tyler will make the move very early off into this DRS section. Will he stay behind? He will stay behind.
Tyler.
Banglabar. He will not. He will.
Oh, there's
Yes,
contact.
he will. Yes. No. Yes. No. Yes. He stays behind. He starts burning before the DRS zone. He'll have the DRS. Will he have enough battery though? He is not burning any of his battery. Oh no, he doesn't have to fight him because of the 3 second.
Yeah, so he's just worried about Matty here.
Yeah, that's a smart decision.
But remember, it still might be able to get removed, so this is very risky from Tyler.
Yep, and
as
we
Coop
see
goes off,
a
Matty,
lapped car.
it's Tyler.
Yep, a lapped car goes off the track, that's fine. As we're coming down to the last couple corners, Matty and Tyler are fighting. Banglabar will bring it over across the line for P1. So anyone who bet on him will be getting the good amount of points. Tyler and Matty fighting to the wire. And it is Tyler by the skin of his teeth up into P1. Matty AU P2, Banglabar in P3, Damino P4, grabbing in a P4 position. Cross Eyes P5, SJ P6, Crondog P7, both Astons P8, P9, Bucking Bronco Drift, Sick Party P10. Can China get there? He does not, but Minmay spun, nearly hit his brother!
No!
Oh no! Oh no, and Cross Eyes has just left the session before the, I hope it was a disconnect. Because unfortunately, if you leave before the timing boards come up, it is a disqualification. So I'll get you to jot that down. And Minmay, unfortunately, the battle of the brothers ends with Minmay spinning on the very final corner. So that he'd be kicking himself for that. Fader Menace coming on P14. Edge bringing the car home. P15 comes around the corner. Mudpack will be in P16 with both Alpines lapped and the Huss also lapped. But we should vote for obviously the driver of the day. So I was with Damino. You were with Sick Party.
I was with Tyler.
Oh no, you were with Tyler. Yeah, see, if I make the call now, it's going to make me look biased. But considering he did win, I think it does go to Tyler. You know what? No, I'm gonna break tradition. I'm gonna break the tradition here.
Oh.
We're getting 2 driver of the days. It's gonna be Tyler and Damino. All right. No one at me. There's no extra points. So hey, I can break it. It's fun. I think it's deserved for both Tyler and Damino. Both get driver of the day here. They both did a really good, superb job for their respective teams. But yeah, if anyone says otherwise, I don't think I'm wrong.
The chat was with us as well, saying with Tyler, the driver of the day as well. So
yeah, so we'll
definitely get Tyler up there.
We'll get these boys in. So if you want
to do that, if you want.
Yep. So if you just swap back to that. I'll get the provisionals quickly. So Tyler in P1, Matty AU P2, Banglabar P3, Damina P4, Cross-Eyes P5, SJ P6, Crondog P7, Bucking Bronco P8, Drift P9, Sick Party in P10, running at the top 10. Edge bringing home the fastest lap of 125.029. So he does in fact beat the time of Banglabar, which was set really early in this race. But that is your grid and that is your order. So we have a drawn driver of the day, in my opinion. With Damino and Tyler both receiving it. There is no extra point for driver of the day, so I think they're both worthy of it. And that's just my opinion. As we are hopefully going to get these boys in for...
But I see Matty at lap 9 going to pit stop, and then Tyler follows the next lap, so I had no other option but also pit. I was hoping that they would struggle a little more, but I felt like I was struggling more than them. But I'm just happy that I finished on the podium at this point and hoping that the penalty gets removed.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting because it is a very hard place to get the penalty removed with the pit lane glitch. Unfortunately, we have seen a lot of drivers do it throughout the whole divisions. Even if you do touch that curb, unfortunately, it's in the bin. But no, it's still, even worst case, if you can't get it removed and you end up P3, it still is a really good result for you. And obviously the championship that you're battling for. Really good points for the Ferrari as well. But I'll pass you over to Whiff and see if he's got any questions for you, mate.
G'day, mate. How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Not too bad. Not too bad. Yeah, we saw some good good battling there with you three for the most part of the race. Are you kind of kicking yourself that everyone else pit very early? Because we saw, I think it was about a 2-second lead before the pit stops.
Yeah, but the most I would say is I'm kicking myself for getting the warning in the straights, to be honest. So that's was just very unfortunate of me, but yeah, but I've been racing with Maddie and Tyler the whole season. I know they're clean, and I also try to be clean with them, and I enjoy actually being in the front and racing with them.
Yeah, from a spectator POV, it definitely looked fun to drive and fun to watch. So yeah, hope you're happy with that, mate. And if you can get that pen removed, then congrats on the win.
All right, see you next week, guys.
Thanks,
So-
mate. See ya. All right, that was Banglabar in P3, depending obviously if you get that pen removed. If he does, he'll be up to P1. But we'll move forward with our P2 of the day. Maddie, are you there, mate?
Yep.
Really good race from you, mate. Obviously, same thing again. You guys just look like you just ran away with it after a couple of laps. Decided just to pull the pin and work together and obviously fight at the end. But it did look a really good battle between you and Tyler right down to the wire. You almost pipped him on the line. Walk us through those last couple of laps. Was you thinking you were in the prime spot, or did you just have a moment coming into that last lap that you had to burn a bit more battery than you had to?
Yeah, no, first of all, awesome fun. Like that was really good fun. Good battles, clean, no desperation. It was pretty damn awesome. But yeah, I did make a mistake on that last lap, and I did start burning due to that mistake to try and keep in front. But yeah, the tires were getting a bit slippery. I actually made a massive mistake when I did the undercut as well. I actually went over the chicane, actually went airborne through the chicane. So that cost me about a second and a half at least. So there was two major mistakes there that have probably cost me big time.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's not the win, but I mean, you're still up for P2 or P3, depending obviously with the Bangladesh situation. But you'd be pretty happy with those points anyway in general for your team and obviously for your driver standings as well, as you are in that battle for the top spot. So, but I'd like to say congratulations on tonight. You did obviously really good battles between you three, and I'll pass you over to Whiff and see if he's got any questions for you, mate.
G'day, Matty.
Hi, mate.
Yeah, again, no driver of the day today.
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah, we saw it was very close between you three for the second half of the race. Where do you think was the point where you started to fight Tyler for the win? Or was it just all the way to the end trying to DRS swap?
Yeah, honestly, I wasn't really worried about Tyler for the most part. Not to say that's his own doing, but I was just trying to keep behind Bang. I knew he had that 3-second penalty. I know it's kind of hard. I reckon, I don't know. Obviously, he said he could get it removed, or reckons he can get it removed. But for the most part, I thought I could just stay behind him and just use his DRS and just keep Tyler behind and make it just a DRS train. But he, as you said, he made a few mistakes that sort of made us swap a few times. And yeah, I mean, I reckon I could have got Tyler at the end, maybe, or even at the chicane. There's a bit of happening in that chicane, but I just had too much to risk there to go for it for an extra few points. So I decided I'll just back out of it and just take whatever result I got. Because if I end up spitting, hitting the wall, or anything like that, it would have been a worse outcome than just taking the result that I would have had.
Yeah, so looks like just going for a bit of a conservative result then.
It just wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth it at all.
It wasn't
But it was a
worth
good
it.
race. Awesome race. Awesome race.
Yeah, it definitely did look like it. But yeah, congrats on the P2, mate, and see you this weekend.
Yep. Cheers, lads. I don't know where we're racing next week, but I don't know. I'll do my practice.
We got a week
Yeah,
off.
even better.
In Australia is the next track.
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, cool. That's even better. So, yep. All right. See you in 2.
What on, mate?
See you, mate.
All right. I will let you take away P1. And
right.
we actually do have a vote for driver of the day. I did say 2 people will be receiving it, but unfortunately, we're voting for a split decision. So hopefully we get a drawn decision here as well. That'll be interesting. But I'll let you take away the interview with Tyler and P1.
All right, Charlie, you there, mate?
Hey boys, how we doing?
Not bad, not bad. I can guess you're somewhat over the moon with that.
Oh, just a tad, just a tad.
Just a tad.
Just a tad.
Really the main question I want to ask is Bangladesh 3 second.
Mhm.
Did you kind of play around that? Like once you saw that he had a 3 second, you just thought, might as well stay behind him? Or
Yeah.
were you also thinking that it could also get removed?
No, I only saw when he got the 3 second from a straight, and I saw him get that, and I saw them battle. From my POV, it looked like they were battling harder after that, and I knew I'll stay 7/10 in the DRS just so I have time to move around if they crash or whatever. And no, I just had 100% battery on the last lap. Saw that Maddie's tyres were off in turn 3 and 4 or 2 and 3. Then went past him, and then saw Bang. I wanted Banglabar to be like a little barrier between me and Maddie, but I didn't want to also kill his race, so I tried my best to break early and keep Maddie behind. But yeah, then after that chicane, it was just full defense. I did not care how far Banglabar was ahead.
Yeah, well, it could have played in your favour, but it could also have played into his favour, depending on if he can get that removed or not.
Yeah,
But,
P2 is P2. P2 is still good points for the team, and I need to get up in the drivers anyway.
Yeah, still a good result. But yeah, congrats on the provisional win, mate, and I'll pass you on to Dynasty.
Yeah, well
Hello,
done,
boss.
mate. Very good effort without me being the engineer there. But obviously, I was helping you out through qualifying. But
Just a tad.
yeah, you did really well, mate. Overall, a really good performance. Back to pretty much your best, what you were last season. Obviously, moving forward, you've got now a win or P2, depending on obviously what it goes. But moving forward, obviously next week's race, not next week, the week after, Australia. What are we looking? Are we looking for a back-to-back or?
Oh, well, Vettel's, as we all know, is a lot quicker than most of us in Australia, so I think I'll be a second driver in that week. But nah, we'll be practicing all week as a team, doing different strategies, and we'll see on Sunday night how we're feeling, and then come Monday night we'll see what we're doing.
Yeah, so we're talking about a P1, P2 at this stage, hopefully.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, probably.
And
You wish.
by the looks of it as well, it looks like you are getting driver of the day. I did originally say it was a 50-50 with Damien and Tyler, but you have now become the outright favourite for driver of the day. So congratulations on that as well, and yeah, go enjoy your win, mate, with the Mercedes.
Cheers, boys. Have a good one.
You too, mate. All right, that would pretty much wrap things up here in Div 5. So it was really good to watch. Only one VSC, which is really good to see. Unfortunately, I caused both of the safety cars in my division, so yeah, it's really good to see when there's no incidents on track or barely any. I think we only saw two. If I actually know we saw three, which one was in quali. So it's really good to see when there's actually side by side racing happening, and people actually given the space required, and no spinning of the second driver per se in that battle. But no, it's been a really good night with.
Yeah, it has. As you were saying, yeah, one VSC. There was a couple spins, but that's just what happens in racing. Once everyone's sort of close to each other, then yeah, it's almost guaranteed to happen. As we've just got confirmation now that Tyler is also the driver of the day. But yeah, looked like a pretty good race.
Yeah, it definitely was. It was really good right to the end. And yeah, the top three had a really good battle right to the line, and so did obviously the 4, 5, and 6. So it's really good to see when that happens. But yeah, that'll be it from us. Thanks to all our sponsors, especially AI369. You'll hear me in the comms box tomorrow. I'm not sure if Panic will be there again tomorrow. I'm hoping he will be. And hopefully we get the same sort of racing with tonight. Hard, fast, and clean. But other than that, I'll leave it there and ciao.